All right, well, it is 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody. Hi, Shane. And we will get started. So if you have a playlist, go ahead, start to play your music. I am muting everybody, and everyone should get to their mats. Get started in a child's pose, please. Child's pose, this wonderful experience of a beginning. Hips towards your heels, forehead to the mat. Your arms can be extended out long in front of you, or perhaps you want them by your sides. Whatever feels the most comfortable in your shoulders, for your hips, for your belly. And once you've found that shape, close your eyes. Begin to bring all your focus to this exciting internal world where chances are there's a lot happening. Watch this flow of your breath coming in and out through your nose. Lengthening out your exhales, using your belly to squeeze a little more empty each time around. Letting your inhales fill up maybe the backside body, maybe that belly, creating new space. Can you allow any lingering tension in your shoulders, in your jaw, in your legs to kind of melt away towards the floor, like weight rolling off your shoulders? This child's pose is always available, and you take it whenever you need it so that you're always connected with your breath, so that you're always moving and growing at your own pace, never pushing past boundaries, but massaging them open. Let's all begin with a breath here together. Using an SH sound, start to squeeze your belly button up into your spine to get empty. At empty inhale, fill from nose to toes, hold it at the top. Take an open mouth, HA. One more time, SH, so that you know when you're at the bottom of your breath. Feel empty. Slow inhale, like smoke filling up an empty box. Let it go with an HM. Remember that these vibrational breaths, HA has, HA or HM are a way to feel vibrationally the breath inside of you and reconnect your mind and body. Start to spider crawl your fingertips towards your knees, tucking your toes under, coming up to sitting on your heels with toe tucked. So it's a little stretch for your toes, hands on your thighs. Take a couple cats and cows here. So inhaling, hands towards your hips, belly forward, heart open. Exhaling, hands towards your knees, back towards the wall behind you, chin into chest. Do that a couple of times, matching up movement and breath, and creating a little bit of warmth and noticing how your spine is feeling at the moment. And then allow your palms to find the mat. Send your hips up high and explore down dog, moving, pedaling out your feet, letting your head hang heavy. You could shake it yes, shake it no. Take a nice flutter of your lips, go. And relax your face. We'll clean up the down dog. So glance at your hands about skulls width distance between your thumbs. Drop your head again. Wrap your biceps in towards your chest and press away with fingertips and palms so much that you bring a little more weight into your legs. You could keep a little bend in your knees if you'd like. Allow your hips to sink up higher, chest gets to fall closer to your thighs. Smooth, steady breath. Inhale your right leg up to hips level. Feel equal weight between your palms. Use the glute to kick up a little bit higher. Bend at the knee, roll it open. Tiny circles with your knee in the sky, or writing a loved one's name in script like your knee was a marker. Inhale to re-extend your leg, re-level your hips. Use your belly, bring your knee into your nose, chin into chest. Inhale, re-extend the leg, press with the palms. Exhale, knee to right upper arm, shoulders forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist knee to left upper arm. Last time, press away, kick long. Gently kiss the toes down. Inhale your left leg up. Feel for that leveling of your hips. Feel for the reaching of your heel, and then kick the leg higher. Bend the knee, peel it open. Still steady breathing in and out of your nose. Head heavy, face soft. Inhale, leg extends, hips level. Belly brings knee into nose. You get small like a ball. Inhale, gracefully lengthen and lift. Exhale, use the belly, knee to upper arm. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the opposite arm. Maybe look over the shoulder. Nice. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, toes down. Bend your knees. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Forward fold at the back edge of your mat. And then close your eyes. Feel for your knees bending so deeply that your belly and chest get to meet. Perhaps you wrap your arms around your legs. Perhaps you grab for a ponytail or opposite elbows. Sway a little side to side. Maybe you roll out your wrists a little bit, give them a little bit of love. Flutter the lips. With your eyes closed and knees bent, press into your heels. Use the belly to roll up to standing. Your spine stacking like a bike chain, becoming straight. Once your head stacks up, take a little bit shoulder roll. So roll your right shoulder back in little circles. And then roll it forward in little circles. Switch sides, left shoulder, little circles back, little circles front. Both shoulders, little circles back, little circles front. Inhale your shoulders up tight by your ears. Exhale to roll them down your back. Do it again. Scrunch them up, scrunch your face, release it all. Lift your arms up, biceps frame the face. Standing mountain pose. Breathe and feel. Notice if your mind is rushing to like a judgment about what you're doing or how you're doing, how I'm doing. And watch your breath move through this active shape. Flutter your eyes open, weight in the heels, hips slightly forward as you take a baby back bend. Exhale, release, forward fold. Next inhale, straight into the back bend, hips forward, heart opens. Your exhale, you dive it back down. Take that 2 more times, ride the wave of your breath up, stretch your front body, keep the length as you dive down. Beautiful. All right, next time you're in your forward fold, walk your hands forward, come up into your upper push-up plank position, and you pause. And you let some heat build as you find the structure. Shoulders over wrists, using fingertips and palms to press out of your wrists. Keep your belly firm. Keep your thighs pressing up and back, heels over balls of feet. And if you found that your breath just got caught or stopped, maybe you'll do this flow with your knees on the mat, which is a great way to flow. Setting it up, inhale, bring your heart 1 inch forward. Exhale, lower halfway down, elbows tight by your ribs, flat surface. Inhale, up dog, shoulders back. Tops of feet and palms on the mat. Exhale, hips high, down dog. SH. Inhale, fingertips to hips to heels. HA, vibrate from the belly. Bend your knees, look forward, baby steps or a hop to your forward fold. 2 fists between your feet, measure about hips width distance. Take a half lift, inhale, hands on shins or thighs, flat back. Feel for the length in your belly out the crown of your head. And exhale to forward fold. All right, chair pose. Hips down, arms up. And maybe you're like, we haven't even done a warrior yet, lady. Like, chair pose. Continue to be inside of whatever experience you're having. So weight in the heels, hips sinking back into that invisible fake chair. Keep the breath flowing. Keep your arms reaching your chest forward and up. Sit 1 inch further down. Inhale, reach your ribs open with your fingertips. Exhale, release, forward fold. And then tell yourself what a great job you just did because y'all held that. Maybe you bounce around a little. Maybe you flutter your lips a little. Total release in the forward fold that every time you meet it. And then sit right back into a chair pose, hips down, arms up, and Maybe you think to yourself, well, at least I'm getting this out of the way now and don't have to do it later. Remember that when your breath gets stuck, when you're holding it, waiting for the next thing to happen, you're missing an opportunity to open up your capacity for challenge, for difficult things. Breathe in and out of the nose, sit 1 inch further back. Inhale, stand up, reach up, back bend, open the heart to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful, Kate. All right, take a half lift for good measure. Exhale, palms down, step to that plank and take your flow, reconnecting your breath and movement, resetting your spine. Beautiful. Devin, nice push-ups. I like it. All right, inhale your right leg up and back. Use your belly, curl your spine as you step the foot in between your hands. Keep your back heel lifted and lift up for your high lunge. Knee over ankle in the front. Maybe your feet become a little wider apart. Think feet under hips, right? Hips with distance. Press your back leg straight. Squeeze your glute to keep those hips squared forward. And then imagine a little tuck of your tail so your belly starts to lift more weight of your ribs. Soften the shoulders. Soften your face. And then start to look up. Inhale, reach up, hips a little forward. Exhale, release, hands to the mat. Step to flow. We meet in that downward facing dog. Down dog, inhale, glide your left leg up. Exhale, quietly step the foot through. Use the belly, root to rise, high lunge on the left. Back heel pressing high off the ball of your back foot. Find this engagement of the undercarriage of your hips, and then press equally into your legs. Float your heart a little higher because of that buoyancy. And breathe. Maybe for a moment you close the eyes, you play with your balance just a bit. Yeah, Harper. All right, eyes open. Inhale, look up, maybe reach a little back. Exhale, release hands. Take a flow. And then one breath, one movement, just that high lunge on the right, high lunge on the left. The goal to be how good can it feel and how much can you get in tune with how to treat your body right? And that's really it. Whenever you get back to your down dog, or perhaps it's a child's pose, that you reconnect with a longer and slower breath. All right, Quasi with the push-ups now. If it's available to you, go ahead, empty your air, SH, get rid of the work you've just done, make some space for the new stuff. Inhale, refresh, refill. Ha. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step the foot all the way through. Listen closely. Dial your back heel down. Reach your arms behind you for the power lunge. Yeah. So the legs are just like warrior one. You want to seal the edge of your back foot so much that it helps to inch your left hip a little more forward, right hip a little bit back. Your torso in a straight line from that back heel out the top of your head. Reach your fingertips behind you. Inhale. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Maybe broaden the chest a little forward. And then release the hands. Swoop up to warrior one. Inhale. As you exhale, hinge, power lunge. Inhale, sweep up, use the belly, warrior one. Exhale, power lunge. You asked for this. Inhale, warrior one. This time, exhale, warrior two. Beautiful. Just find that longer step. Get in touch with what feels equal between your legs, even as you sink into the front lunge. Keep pressing your back leg straight and strong. Soften the shoulders, reach from the biceps. Take one more inhale, spread your chest open. Cartwheel your hands down. Take a flow. In your up dog, a little bend in your elbows can help you to roll your shoulders away from your chest. Nice. Exhaling, folding down dog. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale, quiet, bring it through. Back heel down, reach your arms behind you. And feel the engagement of your abdominal muscles supporting this diagonal line. Back heel rooted, energy up the leg, up the spine. Interlace your fingers behind you. Broaden the chest, pull your shoulders back away from your ears, and then release the hands, extend forward and up. Warrior one. Exhale, power lunge, hinge it down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, power lunge. All right, inhale up, warrior one, and then peel it open, warrior two. Find that distance. Steady sips of air in and out of the nose. Maybe for a moment you close the eyes. Notice what you're thinking about. Take one more inhale, reach your body apart. Exhale, release, hands down. Flow. Your one breath, one movement is just going to be warrior one to warrior two. No power lunge or anything like that. Simple. I inhale, I move. As I exhale, I move again. And you get to lose your thoughts in this cycle, in this dance between what you're doing and what you're thinking. You might even try closing the eyes, or another good thing to practice is smiling. Yeah, Liliana. And everyone will make their way back to down dog at different times, different paces, all perfect. Go ahead, empty your air. Imagine you were squeezing out a washcloth, the old stuff. Inhale, covering it with fresh water, cleaning it up, soaking it in. HM from the center, vibrate stuff through the bones. Bend your knees, walk your hands back to meet your feet. Once more, that forward fold at the back of your mat. And you notice if you're like so used to going to the front of your mat, let yourself sway, hang out. Zip your legs all the way together. Find that solid tree trunk of a leg underneath you. Take a half lift, inhale, feel the difference, squeeze your inner thighs. Exhale, refold, let it go. All right, it's your second favorite thing to do. Thunderbolt, hips down, arms up. And maybe you're thinking to yourself, are we gonna twist? Because I really hate the twisting part. It's okay. Don't think about twisting, think about thunderbolt. Press your palms together. Sink your hips lower because of the squeezing of your thighs. And then stand straight up. Yeah. Keep your palms pressed. Find a little tuck of your tail. Inhale to grow a little taller. Exhale, bump your hips to the right, reach to the left for a side body stretch. Continue to breathe, right? It's not worth it to reach or lean far over if you can't breathe inside of it. Bump your left hip into the right. Take one more inhale, stretch your fingertips away. Come back through center. Find your form once more. Knit your ribs a little bit in towards your belly. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, bump your hips to the left. Reach your arms to the right. And feel that stretch from the edge of your foot up the leg, up the ribs, up the side of your arm. Last few moments, maybe you get a little deeper. Come back through center. Bend your knees a couple of times, releasing a little bit. Palms pressed overhead, sit right back into your thunderbolts, and now we're gonna twist. Bring your palms to heart center. Inhale, lean your chest a little back. Exhale, twist to the right. Left forearm hooking onto your right thigh. And pretty much every time I do this, I'm like, oh, God, why? And that means it's a great opportunity for me to find a way to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. Sink your hips a little lower. Use palm against palm, arm against leg to bring your heart above your hands. Come slowly through center. Stay low. Inhale, puff your chest. Exhale, twist to the other side. Knees as much in line with each other as possible so that your hips stay squared and the twist comes from that belly, middle, upper spine. Steady breath, steady focus. One more inhale to roll the ribs under and open. Come back through center. Inhale, stand up, reach up, back bend. Hips forward, look for your fingers. Exhale, release, forward fold. Amazing. Let your feet get a little wider apart. Interlace fingers at your lower back. Press your palms together. Lift them up towards the ceiling for a nice shoulder stretch. a little release from the tension that might have built up in your neck during those twists. Maybe you bend one knee, the other knee. You could twist a little side to side. And then hands to your low back. Release them down towards the floor. Walk your hands forward. Come into that upper push-up plank. Pause. And you get to choose between 3, 5, or 100 push-ups. So whatever you want is fine. Go ahead, do it on your own time. When you've done yours, take a nice sweet flow and we'll meet in that downward facing dog. Yes, Shane, get it. Shane's going for 100, y'all. If you're back in your down dog, empty your air, SH. Inhale, imagine something joyous filling up your consciousness. Take an HA and sigh it all away. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Gonna take a little twist here. So left hand down, right arm up. Keeping your back leg straight. Keeping that left glute squeezing forward. Twist from the belly. Maybe look to your palm. And then bring both hands down. Dial your back heel down and then windmill up into your warrior 2. Find your breath. Find your steady point of concentration. And then you're gonna straighten your front leg. Turn your toes in so you're in this wide-legged stance. Bring your arms out in front of you. Gonna take a little eagle wrap with the arms. So wrap your right arm underneath the left, crossing at your elbows and your wrists. If this isn't accessible, you could always grab for opposite shoulder blades as well. Keep the weight in the heels. Take a little bit of a back bend here. So start to look up, elbows come up, hips a little forward. As you exhale, come back to standing and then re-extend your arms. All right, turn your left toes to face the back of the mat. Bend your left knee. It's warrior 2 on the other side. Yes, beautiful. Once you find that stance of your legs, steady tuck of your hips, flip your front palm. Inhale, reach forward, reach up for this reverse warrior. Wherever you reach, make sure you can still breathe inside of it. Inhale, stretch your ribs a little more open. Exhale into your side angle. Left hand either on the inside of your left leg or left forearm propped up onto your left thigh for support. If your hand's on the ground, think arm pressing into leg, leg into arm. You could stay here or take a little bind. Drop your right arm behind your back. Find your front thigh. Press into the thigh with your hand so that you can roll that right shoulder up and back, wrapping your left ribs under and open. If you've got a full bind, go ahead, make it happen. One inhale here. Release, palms to the mat. Slow step back. Slow flow, lengthening it out. See, if we were in a classroom, you'd be facing like the other side, and then it's always like, oh man, now I'm in the front when I thought I was in the back, but it's all good here. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Take your twist here, right arm down, left arm up, keeping that back leg engaged. Just a little twist, right? Nothing too deep. Not trying too hard. Release your hands down. Dial your back heel down, reopen into that warrior two. Slow down your breath. Straighten your front leg, turn your left toes forward, and bring your arms in front of you so we can eagle wrap on the other side. This time, wrap your left arm under your right arm. Once more, crossing at elbows, maybe wrists. Weight in the edges and heels of your feet, hips a little forward. Use your glutes as you start to lift the gaze, the chest, the elbows, slight back bend. Come back to standing and reopen those arms, fresh blood circulating through. Turn your right toes forward, bend your right knee. You're in warrior two again. Acknowledge that this is the last bit of work before we slow things down. As gracefully as you can, flip your front palm, reach the torso forward, and then reach up. Maybe just to that 12 o'clock, arm reaching straight up. Your backhand can press against a soft part of your leg, a thigh or a shin, as a way to keep you low. One more inhale, stretch a little further. Exhale, side angle, right hand down, left hand up. And if you find you're sinking into your hips or holding your breath, please just bring your arm onto your thigh. Keep your chest open. It's strong if it helps you to grow over time. Half bind, top arm drops behind you, find your front thigh. If you're going for that full bind, then your right arm comes under the thigh and you get to hold hands with yourself. Use that connection to roll the chest open. Take one more inhale, maybe look up. Release. Step back. Slow, sweet flow. Good work, everybody. Downward facing dog. Let's take a breath together. Empty your air. S-H. Inhale, stretch your hips up. HM. All right, we're gonna move into the half pigeon. So inhale your right leg up, bend at the knee, bring the knee wider than your right shoulder for half pigeon. The more parallel your shin is to the front of your mat, the more you'll have to flex that right foot to protect your knee as you find that opening in your hip. Hips are squared and leveled with each other. And if you feel comfortable, you might start to walk your hands forward, come down onto your forearms. Perhaps you even eventually come all the way down onto your forehead. And for some bodies, this type of flexion in the knee doesn't agree. It's fine. You could flip on your back, do a figure four stretch by bringing your right foot on top of your left thigh, letting the knee go wide. You got to hang out on your back. Aw, Audra, I like your kitty cat. And then notice the first place your mind like wanders away to. We've got these restless minds that are always searching for the next thought, the next thing to keep it occupied. Notice where there's tension in your body, whether it's your hip, your shoulders. Maybe it's some wrinkles in your forehead. And rather than willing it away, send your breath there. Allow it to cycle through and keep things moving inside so that you're always changing. You're never stagnant, never stuck. Even when it feels like you're just in one place for far too long. We'll take a breath here. So inhale through your nose, down the length of your body, sweet and slow. Take a vibration, HM. And then your palms get to come down underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toe under so that you can press away from the floor, and maybe you like to take a little flow here. Maybe you like some leg lifts or a counter stretch. Alexis, nice pigeon you got going on there. Maybe you want to just take push-ups because that's what you want to do. When you're ready for the left side, you'll inhale that left leg up, bend at the knee, bring it wide outside your left shoulder, finding that opening, that external rotation of your left inner thigh. And it's the middle porridge, right? Not too much, not too little. It's just like anything else in the world. You gotta find that middle ground where you've got something to work with, but it's not so much that you're gritting your teeth from the beginning. Lower as you're ready onto your forearms if that feels good. Maybe you make a little pillow with your fist underneath your forehead if that feels good. Adriana, you got a good idea. Forearm pillow. And that figure 4 on your back is also always accessible. Watch the flow of breath coming down through the nose, coating the throat, creating new space, new energy. And watch every drop of your exhale as if you were listening to notes on a piano from your favorite classical song. And that's a practice of meditation, just bringing your focus back again and again. Every time it wanders, you watch the next breath come in. The next one, roll out. And it's usually the moment where you feel like, I've had enough, I'm ready to go, that you give it a breath, give it a beat, and maybe you can sink a little bit deeper rather than retreat. We'll take a breath together. Inhale, send it where you need it the most. HM. Maybe you take one or two more nice little vibrations so you can leave something behind you don't need to take with you. And gracefully, with intention, you start to plant your palms, tuck the back toe under, make your way through any form of a counter stretch that you've enjoyed, perhaps what you did on the other side. And when you get to your down dog, it's going to be the last one of those. And if you flow, it's your last flow of this hour. Bring your knees down to the mat, come into that tabletop position and find a couple little cats and cows here. Inhale for that low cow belly. Exhaling for that rounded, scared cat spine. Take a flutter, go. Nice. Find your flat back, your neutral spine. Shoulders over wrists, engage your fingertips, eyes towards the floor, reach your right leg back, reach your left arm forward. Find that press away with right palm, left shin. Kick your leg and reach your arm higher. Go bend your knee, grab your foot behind you, and start to slide your shin up the wall behind you, finding a nice back bend, chest and throat opening forward. Breathe. Press the floor away. One more inhale to kick a little with the glute. Slowly extend the arm and leg. Release. Swap it out right away. Opposite arm, opposite leg. And we're just here for a few breaths. You can do anything for a few breaths. Lift the arm, lift the leg, bend your knee, grab your foot, and start to kick into your hand, allowing the shoulder to kind of melt a little behind you, keeping your chest, keeping your gaze looking forward or even up. One more inhale, kick and reach. Exhale to extend, strong moment. And release. A couple cats, a couple cows. Come to standing on your knees. You're gonna do a set of the camel pose. Your spine is nice and warmed up. You might wanna take a few breaths standing on your knees, kind of reorient yourself to standing. Knees or hips width distance apart. Hands to your lower back. Seal the pinkies together, elbows reaching towards each other, so your heart starts to open right away. And then you start to look up, look back. Hands keeping your hips over your knees as your chest starts to open to the ceiling. If breath is steady, if it's with you, maybe your hands find your heels or your ankles, and you use that to press a little more space into the front side of your body. Hands return to your hips if they've left. Use your belly to roll back up. Settle your hips onto your heels. Close your eyes. Let your hands fall in a natural position in your lap. Let everything settle down like a snow globe that you've just shooken up, and all the little pieces fall towards the ground. Maybe you get a clearer picture of what's inside that snow globe. Give some love and gratitude to your amazing body for allowing you to participate in this practice, for its ability to move and function in the way that it does. Thank it for your health. Take a big belly breath in. Open your mouth, let it out with a sigh. So nice. Bring your legs out long in front of you. A little counter stretch, a seated forward fold. Flex your toes towards your face. Maybe a little bend in your knees as you inhale, arms up. Exhale to hinge it forward. Grab your feet. Keep your knees bent if you will, and over time, maybe your heels start to press more forward. Backs of legs start to open a little bit more. Think inhales, belly gets longer. Exhales to bend the elbows, let the biceps pull your face a little closer. Bring yourself all the way back up. Scoot your hips forward. Roll yourself down to lying on your mat. Just a little bit of core work, and then we're gonna call it a day. Bring your palms face down next to you. Zip your legs up, send them straight into the air, toes flexed towards your face. It's just a couple of leg lifts, working on that psoas. Keep your lower back pressing into the mat, heels pressing away from you. Start to lower your legs for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Just a slow lift for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Lower 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift for 4, 3, 2. One more time. Lower 4, 3, 2. Lift for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, bend your knees. Knees stay over your hips. Interlace fingers behind your neck. And then go ahead, bicycle crunches. Right elbow to left thigh, left elbow to right thigh. You can go as slow or as fast as you want. You've just got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Knees into chest, a nice little hug for you. Wrap your arms around your legs. Maybe rock a little side to side. If you'd like to take a happy baby, you could take one here now, the last thing. Grabbing one foot in each hand. Keep your spine long on the mat. Press your heels up towards the ceiling. Pull your knees down towards the floor. Keeping those hips nice and open. If you'd like to take a lion's breath, you can join me by inhale, squeezing your face really tight. Exhale, tongue out, eyes open. Release your whole body down to the floor. Find your final Savasana. Savasana is the most important pose. It is in this restful space that you integrate everything you've learned from this mini life that you've led over the past hour. The hard work, the compassion, let your toes and your feet melt away from your consciousness. Relax all the muscles in your legs, leading into heavy hips. Organs float down to the backside of your body, and blood gets to just flow through them naturally. Soft fingertips, melting all the way up your arms, softening the shoulders, the chest, the lips, the ears, the nose, and even your eyes behind your closed lids. Feel totally at peace, heavy, held up by gravity, held up by the floor. Thank you all so much for practicing as a group and keeping this contact with each other. It's so important. And I know that it's amazing for me to get to see you all practice and feel what's happening collectively, even from far away. As you know, we are donation-based forever and always. $12 is a suggestion, not an expectation. Know that you can always contribute to the growth of this community by inviting a friend, tagging Yoga to the People on social media. And now Yoga to the People is accepting donations through Venmo, so you can do that as well. I'll also put a link to the website in the chat. We're gonna end with a quote. Feel free to stay in Savasana for as long as you'd like. Through genuine contact with others, we are able to see ourselves if our eyes are open. Start to deepen your breath, bigger into the belly as you wiggle your fingertips and your toes. Maybe you bring your knees into your chest one more time, and then you can roll to one side if you'd like in that little ball. Come up to seated using the help of your hands. Find a comfortable position, upright. Thank you all for your practice. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. Namaste.